Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, whenever you watch this video. Coming to you once again, something's on my heart, and I just want to share it with you. Again, my videos are not for everybody, so if it's for you or someone you know, more power to you. Share it, like it, love it, whatever you need to do. This is probably for anybody, but I'm speaking specifically to those who are strong yet sensitive. Um, Strong in the sense of you're often the one who is a natural born leader. You take charge. You want things to be the most efficient, not just for yourself, but for everyone around you. Your mind is constantly thinking of new ways to improve stuff or to make the things flow a lot better, that make things happen in a common sense way. And in that, you're also sensitive enough to know what the energy of the room is, what the atmosphere is, what people are feeling, when to hold back, when you're, you know, have to further, I guess, break down, speak to folk who may not understand what's going on. As I always say, you are more than enough. With being strong and sensitive and being wise and all those things that you are, because you are more than enough, there are people who, there are a few people, there are people who are not aware and they're not open, they're not trying to do the work. And so your light, your greatness, your energy, just you simply being you, will make them angry, upset, jealous, bitter, will scare them away. Then there are some who, again, light draws everything. Light doesn't just draw more light, light draws. And so there are some people who will be drawn to your light and they will encourage you and pray for you and try their best to help you move forward because they appreciate and respect what you bring and how you add um, to their lives. Then there are those people who will see you and they despise you because they love you, because they want to be like you. Either they want to be like you or they want the energy, they want the attention, they want the power that you have. And it's something, let me speak for myself. Now, I try my best to speak in I terms and I sentences, but to get this story out, sometimes I'm going to have to say they and them for other people. Because there are people who, again, I am human. As a human, I'm multifaceted and I operate in all the facets of my humanity. Now, people will say, if they see you doing this and they see you doing this and say you're phony or you're faking this and the other, as opposed to the reality of you're operating in all facets of your humanity. There's a difference between being fake and adjusting for the situation. I'm not going to go up in a symphony hall and talk all loud and eat popcorn. That's not the venue, so I'm not going to behave that way. That's not being fake. That's not being funny. That's adjusting. But there are some people who will intentionally try to knock, discredit, shake your faith, throw you off, just because of their own insecurities. And when you get to a point, let me say it like this: someone who does not acknowledge or embrace or celebrate the beauty in another person is usually a sign of insecurity. If you're doing something, you're doing the most, you're doing too much, I can recognize that that's not my thing without knocking the person, without talking bad about the person, without trying to throw salt on the person. Everybody's journey is different. But I'm kind of rambling, but I say this to say, believe in yourself. There are people who will say things to you and do things to you, and they're trying to test you, they're trying to shake you, they're trying to knock you, and they want to tell you that, see, you're not as great as you think you are, you're not all that, this and the other, because they know that you are. And they're trying to shake you. And I think that's one of the problems of being strong, or one of the issues of being strong and sensitive. People see you navigating and operating your greatness, and it makes them nervous or upset, or it disrupts the flow of their energy when the spotlight's not on them. And for a lot of us who are just naturally, what's the word I'm looking for? We're just glowing, we're flowing, the energy is there, we're radiating. It troubles those who are not, or those who want to be. And there's a lot of people who want to be for the wrong reasons. So those of us who just are, it's just natural. We do it and may not even realize how it's affecting others. And when people want to be in your shoes but don't want to do the work, or they're trying to be a version of you, there are times when they will try to get into your head and say things to you. I've gotten to the point most times those type of people aren't in my life, but sometimes you have to be around certain people and they say certain things and you just kind of look. You But your spirit's saying, "Child, I'm not, that's not my issue, that's your issue." And you ask follow-up questions just to make sure they're on the right path. Other than those, a lot of times those answers, those follow-up answers, will tell you all you need to know. My point is, know yourself. Operate in your humanity. Just because you have fallen doesn't mean you failed. We're all growing, we're all learning, we're all on our own journey, and that's what it is. People who are really, really interested in helping you and supporting you will find a way to speak your language. And there's a way that you can tell the truth without being nasty or negative or being shady, catty, whatever the case may be. Be aware of those people. There was this, well, I'll just say, to lightly quote an actor, you know, sometimes, you want to sit back and just know that I'm not adding nothing to that. The universe has got that. They'll get theirs. And then there's sometimes you actually want to see it happen. Like, no, I need to set this mofo straight. However you decide to handle it, it's okay because it's your way. You have to know yourself. But I just want people to be encouraged and be inspired. People don't know what you're going through, what you're dealing with, whatever. They see the light. They see how people are drawn to you. Even people you don't know, how people will just fall for you, and it bothers them. That's not your issue. That's not my issue. That's not our issue. That's their issue. But it bothers them, and so they try to set up traps. Sometimes knowingly, sometimes it's just that energy within them that's unsettled, that's unhealed, that will lash out, even in the most subtle of ways. And again, sometimes they realize they know exactly what they're doing, and sometimes they don't really realize how that's coming across. But it's also one of those things where we want people to respect each other and love each other and be nice to each other when it's about you. But then you don't give the same grace and latitude to other people. And that's one of the things that often happens in a lot of people's lives, where it's like, be even about across the board, be consistent. If you're going to be an ass all the time. If you're going to be sweet all the time. But again, there are times when different situations calls for different things, and you operate in all the facets of your life, and that's okay. Consistency is key. But I say all that to say, you all who are strong and sensitive, continue to be strong and sensitive. Don't let it, know yourself. Don't let people get in your ear and try to make you doubt yourself. There's enough in the world as growing and learning. Some people go head on and tackle stuff, and some people are a little more apprehensive. Learn your journey, know your journey, know that you are more than enough, and that where you are is not the end, is not the result. You still have growing and learning to do, and you're going to do it. Just believe in yourself. Things will come when you're ready for them, when you absolutely need them. Don't get frustrated in the process like I have done, that I'm not getting something, because I'm seeing now little things in my life, little seeds that I've planted pop up when I least expect them. And I'm more than enough, and it's worth, I mean, everything is worth it. When things happen for me and for you, they happen exactly when they are supposed to happen. I'm learning how not to be frustrated in the process, and I want you to do the same. I also want you to learn to know the voice of God, spirit, universe, inner, whatever you call it, and know when someone's trying to throw you off course. Walk away from it. Or you can stay right in their face and still tune it out. Just, I guess, more than anything, know yourself. To thine own self be true. Be real to yourself. Know that you are more than enough, and know that this is a journey. We're learning, we're growing, we're becoming, we're evolving. So don't beat yourself up. It's so many unnecessary stressors in this world. Don't allow the people who are supposed to be your friends or loved ones to deter you. And like I said, sometimes it's intentional, sometimes it's not. Sometimes they don't even know. But we have to work on ourselves. And when we see, we got to encourage each other. We got to keep that light going. We have to acknowledge, embrace, affirm one another, and make sure that we all remember that we are valuable. Treat people as if they are all valuable, because we all are. And that's the wisdom piece, because although people are valuable, some people, their actions, their reactions, the things they intentionally do, they ain't worth your time or energy. And sometimes they need to get guided, if you know what I mean, depending on the circumstances and the situations. So I know I've rambled, but that was in my spirit. And since I don't write stuff down, sometimes it gets a little jumbled. But I pray that whomever this is for, they understand. You are more than enough. And stop doubting yourself. Stop allowing other people to put their doubt and insecurities and unhealed spaces on you. That's not your stuff. You got enough to carry. You don't have to carry their load. You're more than enough. I love you guys. Take care.